I've never achieved perfection in Stardew Valley, and that's not about to change at the end of this video. But that doesn't mean we can't get pretty close. Over the next 100 days, I've given myself some steep goals, including catch every fish, enter the Mastery Cave, reach level 100 in the Skull Cavern, and finally, unlock Key's Walnut Room. Oh, and while we're at it, we're collecting as many hats as we can along the way. It's gonna be a ride, so let's get to it. I start the challenge with a practice swing of my axe. I got 15 hay pieces instead of parsnip seeds, and I gave them to our little chicks Clover and Lucky. I cleaned up the farm to plant parsnips, cauliflower, beans, and potatoes, and then spent the rest of the day meeting the folk of the town. When night came, I tried raising that foraging XP, being badgered by bats the entire time. On day 1, started day 2 reaching level 2 of foraging, got a free fishing rod from Willie, and then used that to catch a sardine, anchovy, herring, and flounder. Foraged a daffodil for the love of my life. If I'm going to catch the legend year 1, I need to grind, so I spent the rest of the day fishing, comfy, knowing I'll wake up fully rested thanks to being a beast at foraging. On day 3, it's always raining, so it's a good time to catch the catfish. I caught a shad, river jelly, nothing, got greedy, so nothing again, catfish, and I have to catch it again because I only threw out the trash. I didn't take the stinking fish! So I catch another one and hopefully learn my lesson. I waited, completely naturally, in my future wife's living room to give her the crusty daffodil I found yesterday, and finally harvested my first eggies. Cute! I hit the spring onion lottery. Spoke to Caroline, completing our meet everyone goal. I didn't even realize I hadn't yet, and gave her a horseradish to commemorate. And then more fishing. Fish all day, fish all night. I'm not yet selling them though until I hit level 5 for that sweet money boost. Our first travelling cart spoiled me with absolutely nothing. Our first snippy harvest though leveled up our farming. We had our community center cutscene. I sold said snippies for some dosh to plant more snippies and potatoes. Got the rusty crusty dusty sword, which does absolutely nothing. Brought a chest to the mines to deposit stuff back every 5 levels. This by far has been the biggest game-changing tip I have ever heard. I found the best copper ore stash on objectively the worst floor. Seriously, I had to break about 85% of rocks, the slimes were reproducing, and I'm just a wee farmer. But I made it to level 10, so I'm not upset with that on the first day run. On day 6, I inhaled fumes with Wizzy, and now I can read the sacred text. Fish, fishing, fished. Killed the slime for inconveniencing me on my way to bed. It does not count in the initiation quest. I harvested some taters, and I got offered absolute jack again at the cart. I was robbed of my carrots. As a quick note, this is now no longer a problem with the new update, but it's cold comfort now when I'm starving. And lastly, the bulletin board offered 90 big ones for 3 herring, and since I'd planned to fish anyway, bet. On day 8, we caught the last remaining spring fish. Haley pretended to still like crusty flowers. Emily wanted to share some love, and since the prize was that Haley would like me a little more, it was an easy yes. I had my museum cutscene, and as a quick note, I'll be operating off a screenshot I found back when the internet was invented to color code my donations. On my quest to chat to everyone, I found a dinosaur egg. Are you kidding me? I completed our very first bundle, and I finished the day reassuring Linus that his way of life is still valid. It was our second harvest of snippies, more Haley gifts, and we fished conveniently near where Sebastian would come, finishing Emily's quest. On day 10, we got our cat, and we named it Cleopatra. Gave Vincent a birthday present, and spent the rest of the day, you guessed it, fishing, finally hitting level 5. On day 11, Robin offers us an easy 250G. I sell all my fish, harvested potatoes, boiled and mashed them, sold them for profit, something like that. Went to go and collect the axe, only to walk in on Jazz and Vincent yapping about me, rude. Loaded up my inventory, and it was time to deliver as many fish to the bundles as I could. We accepted our first ticketed help wanted, gave Robin her axe and fished a bream and gave it to Maru, earning our first ever ticket. You'll come to find I love these things. Day 12 was a mines day. I got the steel sword at level 20 and yeeted out at floor 32 because the fog was rolling in and I did not have the health to deal with the bats. I planted some of the rice shoots we found in the mines before going to bed, and I definitely do not forget that they aren't protected by a scarecrow. It's the day of the Egg Festival, but first we're catching the ghost fish and the stonefish for our collection. I bought close to $10,000 worth of strawberry seeds. I forgot where all the eggs were, but it'll be fine because I'm up against children, and how hard can that be? What? Abigail? She has made an enemy out of me today. Thoughts of revenge fueled my farming, but I still passed out tending to my fields at 2 a.m. I absolutely obliterated my stamina by watering over 100 crops by hand. I do this every morning from now on. Did I learn from it? No. And I know I could have crafted basic sprinklers, but I wanted to save my resources for the next ones. I gifted Haley a birthday gift and started work on my next ticket. It's day 15, and that means salmonberry season. I got a letter from Evelyn reminding me to plan ahead for my crops, which felt too little too late, so I ignored it. I completed my second bundle, lied to Lewis, and got my first ticket reward, carrots, which I then used to deepen my grave. Day 16 was a mining day, and I made it to floor 42 before leaving to give Haley her requested copper bar. And I'm fine with the copper bar, but what gets me is she says I know what it's for. I know what it's for girls only. I know what it's for. What's it for? I don't know. I harvested the crops, which should lighten my load, but I replanted later that day because I'm a glutton for punishment. I gave a starred daffodil to Carolyn because I really need that tea sapling recipe. It was time to collect all the salmonberries, which will hopefully be the answer to my stamina deficiencies. While collecting them, I found 200G and this sick leprechaun hat, first of many. It should have been the second of many, but, well, I don't even want to talk about it. I accepted another ticketed request, and since it was to do with the level of mines I'm currently at, I figured it was synergy. And then I pitted XP collection against the clock. I did not win. I didn't get enough XP to level up, and I copped a stamina nerf in the morning. But not to worry, a single starred carrot had me back to starting energy. I completed the quest, getting a monster compendium, nice, and I passed out because I completely lost track of time. I promise you, I've played Stardew before, even though it doesn't really look like it. The way these NPCs want a vegetable right after I've sold it is grounds for civil proceedings. And since I can't proceed, I bought a cauliflower seed to get that done before the year is out. And then we need fishing XP if we're going to catch the legend year 1, and it's good money. And of course, we leveled up on the one day we made it to bed. The rain on day 20 reminded me that I'm in desperate need of a way to get to level 10 fishing for the legend if we're going to have any hope of getting every single fish in the first 100 days. So I thought Dish of the Sea, which will give you 3 additional levels. So I got some sardines, lucked out with hash browns at Gus's, as well as a beer for Shane's birthday, and then I went back to fishing catfish for that sweet, sweet XP. It was not enough for the next level, and I passed out trying. I harvested more spring crops, perfect gifts for someone in possession of a tea sapling recipe, went to Willie's to sell the fish from yesterday, completely forgetting to save the sardines, so I had to go and fish some more. I accepted a ticketed fishing request, synergy approved, on my way to give Caroline a reason to feel 2 hearts are friendly towards me, and then it was time for that sweet, sweet sapling recipe. Wait, I have to wait overnight? I needed the money yesterday! Finished the day getting hounded so bad by bats that I couldn't even water all my 10,000 crops. I did, however, level up to fishing level 7, so combined with the Dish of the Sea, I was ready for that legend. I just needed rain. It may not be raining water, but it will be raining green. We got the sapling recipe and our first strawberry harvest. I accepted a second ticketed request. I made enough money to buy the iridium rod. I was catching some fish for the collection, and I also got Neptune's glove. Is today my lucky day? I gave the cart to Jody, getting a ticket, and the aquamarine to Sebastian, but it wasn't until later that I realised I only got 1 ticket, so the ticket only exists for every 3rd request, not necessarily what you accept at the time. Good to know. We can now find mystery boxes, and spoiler alert, I go absolutely bonkers for these. Day 23 came, and I made a hard choice and went with the fruit bats. Had a mine day, I got a hair bone and a witch hat and almost made it to floor 60 and passed out trying. This is becoming a theme. It's the spring dance! I got the rare crow and Haley and I soft launched our relationship. At the end of it, I completed the blacksmith bundle, which opened up the bulletin board. Found out I'm going to need a red cabbage. That traveling cart better start showing up. Day 25, and there is still no rain, and I'm starting to panic. I only have 3 more days to get the legend. I couldn't fit my barn in the farm, so I cleaned it up and I found a shirt while doing so. And don't worry, I totally went back and built the barn. I upgraded my pickaxe. I accepted a quest to catch 3 smallmouth bass, which led me to Cindersap Forest, triggering the event with Shane. Shane. Only all the time. So drunk me caught the second fish right as Shane started to walk by, and I didn't want to miss out on giving him his beer. Am I an enabler? It's another day of no rain. Seriously, we've got 2 days. Please. But it was another lucrative strawberry harvest. I bought a wild plum from the traveling cart. I know it's 800 coins, but I need like 15 of the things, and I panicked, okay? I cracked open a bomb mystery box. Get it? And then used said bomb to break my way into the Batcave as my pickaxe is still being repaired. I also repaired the beach bridge, thinking that, like everything else, it would happen overnight, but it didn't, and I passed out for it when I could have waited until morning. On day 27, I got another ticket reward. It was an orange sapling. I picked up my pickaxe and synergized by opening some packs and geodes. Didn't get much, but it still went to the museum anyway. Since I passed out for it, I thought it was worth it to pick up all the forage at the beach. Oh no! Bill's foiled by the sun! And with that, we've officially failed our first goal, though I'll still try to catch every other fish. I spent the day in the mines. To avoid looking at the traitorous sun, I made it to level 68, which is one away from nice. And honestly, it's the day for it. It's the first day of summer, and I checked the weather report, and it's going to rain tomorrow. So literally, the next available day for rain, it rains. I was 1 day off, and I hate this game. And a quick check of the old levels shows that our foraging skill is level 4 and not the level 6 needed to get the lightning rod recipe, so we won't even be able to collect any battery packs tomorrow. I really hate this game. As it's the first day of the season though, I just set my farm up for success with 1,000,000 blueberry and melon seeds, plus the seeds I need for the community centre bundles. I've left gaps for sprinklers though, as this will be a big goal for us this season. And then I tried to get some foraging XP, realizing 3 hours too late that I could actually chop the stumps, which give the most XP. Managed to level up the foraging skill, so just 1 more level to go. I went fishing for some bundle fish and ended up catching a dino egg. That's 2 already, and that reminded me that I do need to build an incubator. And I completed the ocean fish bundle. On day 31, I spent the whole day in the mines and I made it to floor 75. Emily let us know we can now use her sewing machine, and since getting that second donut egg, I finally remembered to upgrade the coop so we could incubate it. I completed the summer foraging bundle. I got a quest to kill frost jellies, and since I love me some synergy, I accepted and went to the mines. I made it to level 80 and got some booties, but 0 slimes were killed in the journey. I had to go back to kill them. It's just not giving synergy. The TV was out and everything was tinged green. It was the green rain event, you beaut. I tried to tap a tree in the Cindersap Forest and it wouldn't let me, so I spent the day chopping them all down, getting a mining monthly and a mossy seed. I don't know what they grow into yet, but it's still neat to have. I got the letter from Robin that the incubator is ready. I did another mine trip, making it to 90 this time and getting the obsidian edge sword. And I finished the day by chucking the dino egg in the incubator. On day 35, I got real tempted by the sturgeon in the travelling cart, but I trusted my fishing abilities and didn't get it. I went to Marnie's and was confronted by Shane's situation, and then have Marnie literally say, "How's the weather?" How's the weather? Girl! So I bought my cow, I bought my duck, and then I went on the way to Robin's to build a silo. Leah requested aquamarine, which I happily obliged. Then I watered around my sprinklers, which is the dumbest sentence to exist, but there we go. I donated some things to the community centre, completing the forest bundle, upgraded my pickaxe. I caught the sturgeon, so it was completely a valid choice to trust in me, and that completed the lakefish bundle. More foraging for XP, I found another Woody secret book. I'd already read it, so I'm kind of just hoping that you get XP reading it a second time. Unconfirmed. And then I checked out some rods and logs. I need that stuff, baby. On day 37, it was just a whole lot of tidying up on the farm. Not much of anything happening today. I picked up my new pickaxe, I cracked geodes, and I donated to the museum, which gave me a reward, a star fruit. Beauty. I gave Maru a birthday strawberry, and then spent the rest of the day mining, making it to floor 100, earning our first star drop. I donated to the community centre, completing the crab pot bundle, and then it was time for the luau. I put a gold-starred mayo, and the governor loved it. I upgraded my axe and did more tidying around the farm and fought the cat trying to get to bed. Just move out of my way! Oh my god! I reached level 5 combat and chose the fighter profession. Day 41 was a mining day, and I got my bum absolutely handed to me 7 levels in. And then, beaten and bruised, I gave Alex a birthday present. He didn't even ask if I was okay. Rude. I purchased the 2.5k bundle, and I completed the helpers bundle. And then I dragged my broken bum to bed. On day 42, I collected my first battery packs, which I'll be putting most away ready for Ginger Island. I had my first melon harvest, yeah boy. I got a cactus fruit from the traveling cart and 3 wild plums. I'm still panicked about it, alright? I sold my melons for big money, which I then immediately spent at the vault. Also completed the treasure hunters bundle and the engineers bundle, completing the boiler room. And then it was time to redeem myself in the mines, making it to floor 110, so close to the bottom. Overnight, the Junimos repaired the cart. Quick travel, here I come. More money? I know these are blueberries, but all I'm seeing is green, baby. And then after getting my butt whooped again, I made it. Got that sweet, sweet skull key. I forgot what this reward was, so I emptied my inventory of a shirt first. It's just goofy behavior. Also, I reached level 7 foraging, so I can now craft tree fertilizer. I talked to Haley on my way to see Haley look for her bracelet. Weird, I know. I found it easy peasy and I gave it to her. I fished a pufferfish, pike and rainbow trout, more to add to the collection. And I cleared an area for a tree farm where I planted and fertilized hardwood. I completed the 5k bundle, cracked a mystery package which held 2 mystery packages, which is honestly amazing. I cracked another one and got a shrimp cocktail, which is the dream when trying to catch legendary fish. I donated more to the museum. It's coming along slowly. I fought for my life in fishing and ended up getting a Jewels of the Sea book. I almost ate Sam's birthday present in front of him, but managed to share last minute. I somehow caught the lava eel, and I forgot to water my plants. I got greedy again, and then passed out in my bed. This is a crime! I started with morning chores and found out our dinosaur has hatched. I caught the last summer fish we needed, the Dorado. On my way to give Jodie her request, I hit a cutscene with Sam and Sebastian about their band. I had no idea the drums actually made sound. I gave her her request and got another tiki, yippee, which I used and got mixed flower seeds, not yippee. I got the ice pip while trying to get cave jelly. Gave up and went to 100 where it was literally my first pull. And then it was time to try and catch the legendary fish. I didn't get it first try, so I scarfed down the shrimp cocktail, and then it was almost too easy. It was another big money harvest. I bought a sunflower at the traveling cart. I know I'm in summer and it's planted, but it's the last flower I need for that bundle. So I bought the 10k bundle, finishing the vault room. I finished the garden bundle and the wild medicine bundle. I crafted a couple of eggs to start my brewery and a beehive for my honey empire. I unlocked the secret forest and caught the wood skip. And overnight, the bus was repaired. Got me thinking about how Pam thinks this was done. Like, she went to bed last night with no job and woke up this morning with a job. Like what does she think happened? It's trout derby time, but my dumbass thought we were catching pikes. And it wasn't until I checked the rewards that I saw trout, so I quickly went back home to grab one for the bait maker. And then finally started getting rewards like the 10 kit, quality sprinklers, 3 farm totems, 3 omni geodes, and the bucket hat, which was the goal this whole time. I used one of the warp totems to try and get to the train in time. I used a minecart as well, but in hindsight, this path was probably longer than just walking up. Still made it and picked up some coal. And overnight, I had an audio event which sounded like an owl. This morning, I scored a deal at the travelling cart, a rare seed for 600 coins, so you better believe. I found the owl statue, which I believe was from last night's event. I gave Pam a pale ale on my way to Pierre's to sell just enough stuff to upgrade my bag. The rest of the stuff was coming with me to the skull caverns, but I thought the ticket to the skull caverns was 50 gold. It's actually 500, so I ran back to Pierre's to sell just enough again to make it to the skull cavern. I only really had one goal, which was to get enough iridium to be prepared for the boat to Ginger Island. But I spent forever on floor 7, knocking out almost all rocks. I kept fighting for my life, but I got some. I did my final resource gather at 37 before warping home. Not a bad go for our first run, and I leveled up in both mining and combat. It's day 50! We're halfway through the challenge, and for some reason my recording just paused. So I only got this static clip. I don't remember much, except for I triggered Sam's 3-heart event. In this event, he said something about his brother Vincent, but then he let slip that Sebastian really wanted Abigail to be the drummer. There's no tone in the text, but I could hear it. The implication that there's something between Sebastian and my mortal enemy, Abigail, and my plan hatches. I romance Sebastian, kicking her out of his arms, and as she flies away to the next dimension, the straw hat will fall off her head and land on its rightful place, my head. I woke up to another blue harvest. I completed the artisan bundle, and I needed gold ore, so I went mining for Clint. It was already shut, so I went into the new secret path and got the LOA buffet instead, and I got to level 9 farming. It was Willie's birthday, so I gave him a little birthday gift. I caught an octopus, which was the last summer fish that I needed. I upgraded my coop again and started collecting fibre for my tea sapling needs. And since I was up here anyway, I caught the secret painting. George sent a letter requesting a hot pepper. Unfortunately, I've only got chilies. I wanted to clear some grass from the farm, but I didn't want it to go to waste, so I pulled literally all the hay out of the silo before starting. I upgraded my watering can. I cleared the farm, refilling my solo. I entered Sebastian's house for his daily reminder that Abigail ain't shit, only to have Darius tell me that I ain't either. To my face! And Sebastian wasn't even there. But I found him at the train station anyway. On day 54, we had another money injection from a melon harvest, and then chasing more iridium, getting only to level 39 by midnight. The copper watering can is ready, which is great because we're 2 days out from a new planting season. We had our final blueberry harvest of the season, bought a rabbit, moved some buildings to build a shed, and then finished the day picking up our watering can and cracking open some Omni Geo. On the last day of summer, we harvested some summer crops, which means more tea saplings, which means more money. I grabbed a Nautilus shell from the travelling cart, got some fruit from the cave, and got a notification that a train was coming through. So I legged it to the track to find a whole whopping nothing for my effort. I went to the skull cavern on the hunt for more iridium, and I got something better, an auto petter. Yes! I really wanted resources though, but I was getting hounded by mobs, so I did some pretty quick crafting. This is some MLG plays, I gotta say. I made it to level 52 and got scared by a serpent, so I left. There was no way I was losing that auto petter. And also, it was time for objectively the worst festival in Stardew Valley. It's the first day of a new season, and that always means cleanup. I accepted Emily's quest again, but this time it's so that Sebi will love us more. I'm really trying to wed that man. I bought the required bundle seeds, and then a metric ton of pumpkin and cranberry seeds with my leftover money. Clint reminds us he's still a blacksmith, thanks for that. Finally fixed my path, which has been bothering me for ages, and I organised my sprinklers and planted my crops. The special orders board is now available, and I chose Robin's Resource Rush because I already had a quest from her to get some wood and, synergy. Oh, and in continuing my quest to greet everyone, I had back-to-back cutscenes with Hayley. I gave Penny a birthday gift and then left the museum to a Penny cutscene where she pushed George's wheelchair. girl, that's not okay. I completed the field research bundle and the fall foraging bundle. I gave Shane a pepper. I'm still trying to get that blue chicken, which completed the greet everyone quest, giving me a sweet, sweet ticket. I straight away redeemed it and spent the rest of the night collecting wood. In the first half of the day, I alternated between getting some fall fish and chopping some wood. After that, I started work on a tapper farm and then spent the rest of the night organising my chests in the shed because I can't live like this anymore. It's driving me mental bonkers. I can't find anything. I still had some organising to go in the morning and I started clearing a path down to Cindersap Forest. I triggered Shane's brutal heart event, though if I'm being honest, like all of his are a bit rough, save for the last one. And then I fished for the rest of the day trying to get some community centre fish. I finally chopped enough wood for Robin, earning a ticket. I also found a scorpion carp in the trash can, which doesn't count to the fish collection yet, but I can turn it into bait to make fishing it so much easier. I got a star drop tea with my ticket. I completed the quality fish bundle and the night fishing bundle and the river fish bundle, completing the fish tank. And it's been so long since I've actually hung around that I completely forgot the Junimos threw the star on the board. It's so cute. 5 days into fall and I finally finished the summer crops bundle. I ran into Sebastian and gave him the star drop tea. He then offered to take me for a bike ride. You know your girl said yes. And it was a busy night at the Star Drop Saloon. I gave Willie his carp, Elliot his birthday pomegranate, Shane his hot pepper, and Sebastian his frozen pepper. And I don't know if it was coincidence, but Abigail left when she saw me. Don't know about that. I caught a midnight carp at the Frenzy, and overnight the Junimos let the water flow. On day 62, we got our resource rush reward, a stone chest recipe. I got the pan. I upgraded our house, almost ready for a husband. Opened some boxes and got some wallpaper for my almost husband ready house. And started prettying up the area outside our animals. This doesn't get finished. It doesn't. I traded in my third woody secret for 20 hardwood at the bookseller. And today was another gift giving day, and during this I lost all respect for Jodie. Like, girl, shut up. And triggered another Shane cutscene where Marnie was even ruder than Jodie. Like, what? It's blackberry season and Linus lost his basket. We found it and enough blackberries to complete the foragers bundle. Triggered Elliot's cutscene at the Star Drop Saloon and reached 8 hearts with Shane blue chickens. Here I come. I also saw a TikTok that said people reacted to you drinking mayonnaise, and so of course I had to test it. And they do! I slept through a construction zone and woke up in an expanded house. I had our first cranberry harvest and started to keg and preserve them. I really need to expand on this production if I want that money. And I finished the day in the mines. On day 66, I gave Marnie her amaranth and took the opportunity to yank the mayor's shorts. I ran past the board and realised I forgot all about the thing, so I quickly chose the aquatic overpopulation quest. I built a stable. I'm about to be fastest, boy. I caught all the tiger trout we needed and redeemed the ticket for some logs. Gave Jodie a birthday gift, but I'm still pretty salty at her for gossiping. I got the farm computer recipe. I placed down our mushy logs and bought a garlic seed in anticipation of the gourmand frog at Ginger Island quest. And the museum is coming along. It's coming along so good that the very next day, Gunther gave us the rusty key. We named our horse Forest Jump. We went and got our blue chicken and named it after our dear friend Januki. Gave Abigail mud for her birthday. I will admit I did feel bad when she looked so excited and then upset. I did feel bad about that. I visited Krobus for the first time and bought a void egg, which I did incubate, and I caught the mutant carp and angler legendary fish. On day 70, it was a big money day with a cranberry and pumpkin harvest. I finally got the red cabbage seed. I was panicked about that. I made it to floor 52 of the Skull Cavern and got heaps of resources, and I leveled up to level 10 farming, the first of our 5 skills. I chose the artisan profession. On day 71, Jodie offered us over for dinner as long as we provide dinner, girl. Harvested pumpkins, and I was putting some speed grow down and realised I could put it under the already planted crop. So I restarted the day because I wanted to put better speed grow under the sweet gem. I sold pumpkins and then bought the bouquet. It's happening. I had a Sebi cutscene where Robin shows that Abigail blatantly disrespects Seb's work. And feud aside, this actually grinded my gears. Let the working man work. And let the working man accept my gift while he works. Do you know what I mean? Also had the D&D cutscene and scored a B. Still not enough hearts to give him the bouquet, so I guess it's actually not happening. I chose a community cleanup and spent the rest of the day cleaning up the community. And on the way home, the community loner said he considered me a friend, which is the highest honor. I got the fiber seeds recipe. Our tea sapling production sorely needed this. Tried to go and see Sebi and realized the house was locked due to the fair. I checked the wiki and realized he only comes out at midday, so I did some farm chores before waiting out the front of his house for him to leave. Completely normal behavior. It must have charmed him anyway because we are now more serious. I set up the winning Grange display and then bet on the wheel to get enough tokens for the Fedora, Rare Crow, Star Drop, and the prize ticket. And then got the star token, so I didn't even need to gamble as much as I did. I ended up just getting decorations with them. I harvested the pine tar and realized I didn't even need it for the fertilizer I wanted. I had the ingredients all along. So 2 days after realizing I could fertilize already planted crops, I finally fertilized the sweet gem with the higher quality fertilizer, meaning the time that I would have saved with the higher quality fertilizer is probably the same as if I just fertilized it with the original one anyway. I redeemed 2 tickets, my lucky day, and then I saw the hat. Oh, I want that hat. I donated all scrolls to the museum and finally learned Dwarvish. I finished the 4 crops bundle and I made some fiber seeds and set up an area to sow them. What's great about these is they don't actually require watering. They're literally my favorite thing to plant. I gave Marnie a birthday present, built a fish pond, harvested some wood, and found a party hat. I still need more wood, so I started a tree farm up at the train station. On day 75, I woke up to Marnie wanting a favour, a cave carrot, so I obliged, and then started work mapping out where I want the honey farm to go. So with the new update, not the 1.6 update, the update after that, you can now place legendary fish in ponds. They won't reproduce, but they will change colour, and now I kind of want all legendary fish in a pond. I finally upgraded my house to allow for a spouse. I just need the spouse. And spent the rest of the day in the mines killing crabs and found a fishing hat. I finished the task and got a ticket, just one closer to the hat. And late in the day, I remembered it was Robin's birthday, so I quickly whipped up some homemade spaghetti. She loved it. On day 78, and on Monday, I actually remembered the board. So I chose rock rejuvenation. I picked up my copper hoe, and I gave Emily every rock that she needed. And the real reason why I remembered the board on a Monday is for that ticket and that sweet, sweet hat. And there it is. Check out my drip. So me and my sweet drip finally went fishing for the goby, and it took forever, but I finally caught it. On day 79, some saps and mushies were ready for harvest, and the watercolor changed in our fish pond. I don't really remember what else happened because my OBS froze again, and I lost everything from now until the end of day 81. I can't really remember what I did, but I'm sure it was fully sick. On day 82, I checked the TV and the mailbox, and both of them said Spirit's Eve would be tomorrow. But for some reason, I thought it meant today. So I did some farm chores and harvested some wood and went to go to the festival at 10 p.m, only to realize it was tomorrow. I just went to bed. So I woke up to a pumpkin harvest. I tried to increase Seb's heart to the full 10 so that I could buy the mermaid pendant tomorrow, but unfortunately no luck. So this is another task that will need to wait until next year. I upgraded the barn and then just waited around for the festival. I know there was probably some stuff to do, but with the frozen OBS, wasted day yesterday, and today's failure to get Seb to 10 hearts, I kind of lost a bit of verve. And then, at my lowest, my most vulnerable moment in the whole series, Abigail showed off her VIP status right in front of me, rubbing my face in it. And was it called for? I only took her winning the egg hunt personally, stole her crush, gave her mud for her birthday, and just generally shit all over her. But that doesn't warrant this disrespect, you know? And then finally I was allowed in. And the first thing I did was talk to Seb. So I don't actually know if this increases heart level, but it was worth a shot. I finished up buying a rare crow and finding the golden pumpkin. On the last day of fall, I harvested everything because it'll all be going tomorrow. I had an excellent collection in the coop. I gave Seb a silver starred void egg and finally got to 10 hearts, a day too late, which is pretty on brand for the series. I finished the Spirit's Eve bundle. I went to bed and there was a strong windstorm during the night. On day 85, I woke up to news that Cleocatra loves me. And Evelyn gave us a gardening pot. And again, I got a letter that was too little, too late. Thanks a lot, Lewis. Started moving our crab pots to the beach because we're still trying to complete 99.9% of the fishing collection. And I need a lobster. When I ran into this shadowy guy, I followed his footsteps and now I can collect secret notes. I gave Krobus a hatch day gift and spent an obscene amount of money on a star drop. I accepted the curious substance quest and finally placed the crab pots on the beach. I had a cutscene with Seb and finally repaired the stump. Whew, what a day. I got the wood chipper recipe and then I went to go and buy 2 heaters and money. Why do you even stand there? It's literally just to taunt me. Like, I saw you ready to serve and you saw me ready to buy, and why are you like this? And then throughout the day, I found the Jackby Thick book, and I read that. I checked the greenhouse, and our red cabbage was finally ready. I completed the dye bundle, which completed the bulletin board, and I completed the winter foraging bundle, which completed both the craft room and the whole community centre. I gave Linus a birthday present, and I went to bed reasonably early, and overnight the bridge was repaired. On day 88, I planted some winter seeds. I finally could buy heaters and I bought a pig since I was there. I walked into town where everybody was celebrating, so I went to Willie's ready to repair the boat, but instead got a crab cutscene. Sir, I've got 12 days left of the challenge. Let me go to the island. On day 89, I woke up to a letter from practically everyone in town. I took a whole real life day to reel in the glacier fish, but I did it. I caught the sandfish and tried to catch the scorpion carp, but I realized I could just get the bait for it. So I went back to Pelican Town. I tried to repair the Ginger Island boat and saw it needed 200 hardwood. I thought it was only 100. I only have 100, so now I'm going to need to get more. I went back to the desert, better prepared, and oh my god, it honestly took me longer than it did to catch the glacier fish. I then found the ancient doll and apparently walked into the shop for the first time since the desert unlocked. I finished a day trying to get every bit of hardwood that I could find. I'm 3 short, but that's fine because I can just grab some from the woods tomorrow. I also reached level 10 fishing and chose the angler profession. All right. This one was my fault. On day 90 to 91, I forgot to record on the biggest days. I repaired the boat and I did the first round of golden walnut hunting on Ginger Island. I can't believe I forgot to record. I went to catch a train and ended up in a cutscene and the train was still passing through. You can see the smoke. And the train didn't drop anything. Whether or not it was because it didn't have anything to drop or because I was stuck in the cutscene, we'll never know. I went to the Festival of Ice where I bought a rare crow and a whole bunch of food and I won the sailor hat. I completed more of the Dark Talisman quest solely so I could fish the void salmon and the slime jack. I went to Ginger Island and brought you guys along this time, you know me. It took 2 in-game hours to do the music puzzle, but I did it. And then I was trying to check the chest for a walnut and I died. Give me a break. I finished the Dark Talisman quest and caught the void salmon and the slime jack. It's back on Ginger Island. I need more walnuts from the volcano dungeon, particularly if I really do want to unlock Key's room. It was taking an age to fight my way through, so I committed to just legging it the rest of the way. I was in the final room with 50,000 fire guys chasing me and I had to run over all the buttons to get to the right one and then water my way across, and then I opened the door, but I didn't think that I did, so I went back for the other buttons and I figured since I was there I'd hit the chest thingy. And then I saw it was open and I got hit right at the door and died. This is cooked. This game is meant to be cozy. What are you talking about? I did settle for getting some walnuts from the mussels on the beach, and I leveled up to level 10 mining, choosing the prospector. On days 96 to 97, it was Squidfest, and I'm still trying to get as many hats as possible. And I did. I love the stupid thing. I bought a lava katana from the Adventurers Guild and a whole bunch of bombs from the dwarf. And then I got ready to reach level 100 of the Skull Cavern tomorrow. It's the Skull Cavern run. I had a good luck from ores, holes, and using tactical ladders, and I made it to level 100. Key gave me some iridium snake milk, which raised my health permanently by 25. And then I traded a prismatic shard for the galaxy sword. On day 99, I got another walnut from the mussels. I caught the lionfish and a walnut. I freed Professor Snail, I caught the blue discus, and I rushed home to empty my inventory, and then rushed back to the night market. I bought the red eagle. There are 9 paintings in total, so I really don't want to miss one. I went to go fishing in the submarine, not realizing it has a shut time? What? And then it was off to bed for our last day. And just like that, it was our last day. The gourmand crops were ready, which reminded him of the old days, an old girlfriend, and his papa, and we got 5 walnuts from that. I quickly fished for his hat. I got a bunch more walnuts from the volcano dungeon and finally made it to the end, getting a couple more and a prismatic shard. It was not enough walnuts to unlock Key's room. Back at the night market, I bought Portrait of a Mermaid, and I went down into the submarine and caught the midnight squid and the spookfish, but not the blobfish, and I passed out trying. And just like that, we've come to the end of our 100 days, which just seem to fly by. Here's where we're at. I caught all but 4 fish. The legend, lobster, blobfish, and stingray are still out there waiting for me. I managed to max out 3 out of the 5 skills, farming, mining, and fishing. Foraging is at level 9, so we're pretty close for that, and combat is sitting at level 8. Not too shabby. I did make it to the bottom of the Skull Cavern, so that's a huge win. I'm taking it, putting that little notch in my belt, and though I didn't quite make it to 100 walnuts for Key's room, I did manage to collect 72, almost 3/4 of the way there. And I mean, we also added that extra challenge of trying to get 10 hearts with Sebastian and get the blue chicken, both of which that we did. So I only hit about 1/4 of the goals, which means the stakes are higher than ever for the next 100 days as I try to redeem myself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next adventure. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.